Hey y'all, welcome on in. My name is Alex with the Creative Llama. If you see that red live box right there, that means I'm live, but if you don't see it, you are just catching the replay. Happy Monday. Monday means a brand new cutout of the week. So if you are new around here, we have a brand new cutout of the week that's only available during that week. So make sure you grab it, comment the word Monday, and you'll get the link for everything. But I'm going to get this shared over into my broadcast channel. So if you're not in the broadcast channel, make sure that you join. That's going to be the best way to know when I'm live. I send out a message in there every time I'm live, just giving y'all the heads up, because sometimes, you know, Facebook doesn't want to share the notification. So that will just get sent to your messenger, and it's free to join. And I really try not to like blow y'all up in there at all. So let me get this shared into there, and then we're going to go and get started. So back like a month or two ago, we had a spring mini truck that y'all absolutely loved. And I found one today that's a little like summer watermelon theme. So that's what we're going to have for tonight. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Diane. That's what we're going to do tonight. So you're going to get all these pieces to make your own little mini truck, but we're going to paint it, and I'm going to show y'all how to put it together, okay? So it says melons. You get some watermelons, and you get all the pieces to make it stand, and even all the little pieces in a little spot right here, so that way you don't lose anything. You just got the message. Well, that's perfect because I just sent it out. So, hi, Mona. Yes, our keyword is Monday. This is the cutout of the week. So we're going to do a little mini standing truck. I know that y'all love these, so why the heck not? So what I'm trying to decide is what color I should do my truck. I thought about doing a black truck, but I thought that was kind of boring. So let me know in the comments what color y'all think we should do the truck. Let me know. And then we can go from there. What I'm doing is I'm just taking a baby wipe and I'm wiping down all of the glue that's on the cutout. Because if I use lighter colors, sometimes this glue will yellow, especially if you paint something white. It'll yellow your lighter colors. So just take a baby wipe and wipe it right off. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull this up over here. All right. That's not going to work, Alex. Gosh darn it. I'll have to look at it in a second. Blue, you think a blue truck? See, I was kind of like not sure about the blue truck because we did a blue truck last time. I thought red would be cute. We could do a blue truck. I'm down with that idea. Hi, Janice. Hi, Victoria. Hi, Lynn. Hello, hello, hello. Just going to get all this wiped down. Teal blue. It's like a bright, bright blue. All right, let me see what colors I've got over here. Excuse me for all, I'm going to go ahead and apologize. I'm going to be coughing quite a bit. I'm still dealing with whatever this all is. So y'all are saying a blue truck, right? Pink or yellow? Give me 1 second. I got to look at the example picture to make sure I paint everything correctly. So I'm going to pull that up. So we got all of our little pieces. We're going to go ahead and start painting this. So our blues. So I've got this Ocean Breeze blue. Okay. I've got this Stormy blue, which is like a navy blue. Or I've got this Grecian blue. Which blue do y'all want to see? Let me know. Losing all my things over here. Give me a second. Now I've lost my life. Hold on, y'all. Red. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Linda. Light brown, a rust color, yellow, pink or yellow, red, rust. I don't have a rust. Not over here, at least. I think an orange truck would look like a rusty color truck would be cute. I think I'm going to go with the blue, though. Here we go. Here we go. I'm finding it now, y'all. All right. There's our picture. Hi, Angie, the darker blue. So y'all like this navy, this like dark, this one's called Stormy. We've got that one. We've got our royal blue. Ooh, we've got a really light blue. This one is called the pale blue. So I'm going to take this one out. Between these three, Grecian blue, the dark blue, or the light blue. Which one? Okay, so while we're deciding that, I'm going to go ahead and paint the bases. I don't know if we're going to use all three of these, but I'm just going to paint them in the color black. Navy. You could do a black truck. That's what the example picture is, Miss Linda. Hi, Cathany. I just thought, let's just change it up just a little bit. But we did a blue truck last time. I'm down to do whatever. All right, so we're going to paint the bases in black. You could paint them to go with your truck, whatever you want. I'm just going to go black because it's easy. The light blue, the dark blue. I think the dark blue is the winner. We'll do the dark blue. Hi, Vicky. Vicky, I saw your comment on my YouTube video last night. Yes, I can combine that order, your lifestyle order, with that other order you placed on Sunday. And don't forget to go shop the lifestyle, y'all. We did that last night. Lots of fun things available in there. If you comment the word Monday, the link is actually to the lifestyle is in the message. It's at the bottom. So the Grecian blue. I kind of think the Grecian blue would be fun. I can't decide. I think any of those blues would be really pretty. All right, so we're just going to finish this up. That looks good. All right, and then I'm going to... It's not bad, Linda. I mean, I took NyQuil last night. Because the night before I didn't sleep very well because I was coughing. So we'll see. I slept last night, which was good. But I woke up this morning and my voice was kind of going in and out. So I'm hoping I don't lose my voice. Because that'll be really difficult to do a live with no voice. I've done it before, though. Hi, Dolores. Hi, Shannon. All right. So let's go with our Stormy color. So this one I think came out of, I can't remember which box this came out of. All right, let me shake it up. So this one is called Stormy, if you want to screenshot that. And I'm just going to pour a little bit out. Ooh, it kind of reminds me of like a denim blue. I don't know that for sure, Miss Diane. I don't think so. Ooh, that's pretty, y'all. I don't think it is. I should probably get a test and check, but I really don't think it is. Hi, Sharon. All right, so we're going to just cover all of this up. Now, you don't have to paint where the license plate goes, or like the bumper, because you're going to just glue something on top of that. But if it bothers you to not paint it, then go ahead and paint it. You want to come say hi?
Hello, ladies.
Thomas says hello. Oh, you're going to start cutting? Yeah. Okay. He's here. He says hello, but he's going to start dinner. All right, so here is that blue color. Lynn, where is it? I know it's this one. I know, I think it is. If you just search sunflower, I think it is. If not, I can send you an invoice for it. They're saying hello, Thomas.
What's up, ladies?
I don't know if they could hear you on that one. Now you can say it again.
What's up, ladies?
He's starting dinner for us. What are y'all having for dinner? We are having, what are we having? Rosemary potatoes and pork chops?
Yeah.
Rosemary potatoes and pork chops. that is what we're having. And then we're just going to get this covered. So this did need 2 coats for it to be nice and solid. We will distress it a little bit at the end. But you are going to have little pieces for the side mirrors and the tail lights. And I'll show you all those here in a second. All right, let's dry. Hamburgers, tacos for dinner. Lynn, I want to say, I don't know off the top of my head for sure. I want to say it was like 12 or 14. I could be wrong. I'll have to look on the website. Pork chops, mashed potatoes, corn, chili cheese coney from Sonic, a turkey bacon sub, taco burgers, hamburgers. Yum. Y'all are having pork chops too? I know, I woke up this morning and I told Thomas, it's Cinco de Mayo. We need to have margaritas and tacos, but we're having pork chops. All right, let me pick up all this extra paint and put it back into my jar and close this up. Tater tot casserole. Ooh, Asian takeout. That sounds good too. That does sound really good. Okay.
I can make this tomorrow.
But what are we going to have instead, babe?
You said tacos.
Well, we don't have stuff for tacos.
We can go get tacos.
Oh my gosh. No, that's okay. I'll live. Hi, Yvonne. Chick-fil-A. Yum, Miss Darlene. All right, so let me kind of show y'all what this is going to look like. This is going to sit in here. So we did a blue truck, obviously. So I'm going to pull up my picture to kind of help me with my painting. So I know I'm painting everything correctly. And then we'll get going. Chick-fil-A does sound good too. Okay. So we're going to paint this gray. We're going to paint this brown. And I need to paint this the blue color. Well, shit. Let's see if I can just paint what's left on here. No, I'm going to need a little bit more. Hi, Robbie. Pizza. What kind of pizza do you like, Miss Ange? Hi, Linda. All right, let's get this covered. We're going to do another coat so it's nice and solid like our truck. But this is going to be like a little watermelon truck. So perfect for summer. Perfect for like your summer tier trays or just a small little project for you to do. I love these little trucks. I did try to do like the inserts for the little trucks. It just wasn't going to work. I just didn't have a ton of time to dedicate to adjusting all the files. So we'll just have to go with what we got. So we've got the Hello Spring one. Now we've got a watermelon one. All right, so this is going to be brown. Where's my burnt umber? We might have to do a different brown. Or I might just have to use like a Barker Camel. Let's go with... Let's see. Where's my camel? I'm going to use camel for this. Yay! Yes, we're finishing up the last of the mystery boxes. We are so close to being done. We hit a little snag towards the end of last week, so it kind of put me a little bit behind. But the rest will be shipped out ASAP. I have one sitting on my laser ready to be packed. Oh, I didn't even think about that, Miss Diane. We don't want blue tires, we want black tires. We'll fix it. Thank you for bringing that up. I didn't even notice. Yes, Miss Monica. I have yours. It is just waiting to be picked up by the mailman. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Yay! Let me know what y'all think about the mystery boxes. Don't give anything away because there's still some lovely ladies on here who have not received theirs. But do you love it or what? Tell me you love it. All right. So I just used camel for that. You could use burnt umber, whatever you have, or the bark. let's go back in. Let's do the tires really quickly. Thank you, Diane, for pointing that out, because I would have probably just left them blue. We don't want blue tires. All right. I'm just going to use my little mini sponge brush to paint this on. It doesn't have to be perfect because this piece is going to cover up the line. So just bring it up a little bit above the, right here, because it'll be covered with that other piece. Like so. There we go. Yay! You think it's better than the last one? Really? Thank you, Sybil. I did see that you paid your invoices. Yes, if y'all claim stuff from the live sale, I've sent, I think, all but 2 invoices. So those are ready for y'all to get paid so I can start shipping those. Watching, I'm not feeling great. I had to call. Oh my gosh, Sharon. I bet that was expensive. He is here. He's cooking dinner. He sure is. All right, we're going to go in with this gray, but I want to go light gray. Or should we go disco? I think disco. So you could use just a regular gray acrylic paint. I'm going to use the color disco, which is an old color of the month. You can no longer grab it, but this color was perfect for all of the metallics because it's the metallic silver version of the nominee. And I love it. Hi, Anita. So what did y'all do this weekend? Did y'all do anything fun? Did y'all hang out at home? Did you craft? Did you cook anything good? I don't know what it is, Miss Stephanie. I think it is allergies. I honestly don't know what it is. All right, let's dry. But I'm really afraid I'm going to end up losing my voice. All right, so this is going to be the silver part to this. Ooh, I like that. So there's the silver part to that. I'm going to need to pull out my blue again and paint this background blue, because then we're going to paint the letters pink on here. So I'm going to pull out my, what color I'm using? Stormy. This is a really, really pretty blue. It's a lot lighter than I expected. I thought it was going to be more navy than blue, but I don't hate it. Ooh, fun, Diane. Thank you for sprinkling. Yes, y'all be sure to hit the heart button for me. Hit the heart button for me. Comment along. The more you comment and interact, the more it helps me. And also sharing the video does help. Just know that I appreciate any type of support that y'all give. And that goes for any creator that you follow or any crafter that you follow. Just hitting the heart button and interacting with them and sharing them does help. I do accept PayPal, Ange. I do. I sure do. All right, let me dry. Thank you, Dolores. Dolores, I saw that you said you were having a birthday on Friday. You got any fun plans? Gosh, I keep throwing that away, and I need it to put that paint back in the bottle. I saw it was your birthday. Happy belated birthday, Stephanie. Did you do anything fun? Your little voice needs a rest. I know. I know. I'm afraid when I wake up tomorrow, it's going to be gone completely. Can we buy that blue and silver paint? So the blue is just an acrylic paint, Dolores. You can get it on the Americana Deco Art website or like Hobby Lobby. The silver paste was a color of the month, so I don't think I have any extras of those. Yay, I'm so glad you love it. I'm so glad you love it. So I got a question for y'all because The patriotic mystery box was just an extra box that I was doing. I was planning on doing a mystery box every quarter, right? So we did the one, when was that? February. Then that was the spring one. I was gonna do a summer box. So do you want a summer mystery box that's kind of the same thing, where you get 5 to 7 different items and all the finished pictures and all of that? Or do you want like a mini box where it's maybe less items, like maybe 2 to 3 items, but the price point is a little bit lower? So you want the same old, like not the same old mystery box, but the same type of mystery box, or do you want a mini box? I'd be interested to know. I do love that blue. Perfect, and yeah, you can totally use PayPal to pay on the website. For sure, my friend. Okay, so here is where I need y'all's help with the green. I don't know which green to use. Going to stage fun. Hi, Chris. Chris says to do the same kind of box. Thank you. Had text. Ooh, yum. Mini box. I'm going to put a poll in the VIP group later this week to see what y'all think. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Okay. So, watermelon. Do we want... I don't know which green to use. I don't think that one. And I'm sorry that you just got a message from Mini Box. So, do we use New Leaf? Do we use Festive Green, which is like a bright green? Or do we use Avocado Toast, which is like a more of like a pesto-y color? Robbie says a mini box. Okay. Yeah, let me know what y'all think, because I can't decide what I want to do yet. On Saturday, going to hear, ooh, what are the colors of the month? Ooh, I need to post that too. It's, I know papaya is one of them. I think white. I need to post that this week as well. Just with not feeling great, I'm a little bit behind. I will get that posted. New Leaf. That's kind of what I was leaning towards. Thanks, Monica. We're going to go with what Monica says. So if it turns out bad, it's Monica's fault. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. If it turns out bad, it's my fault. The first screen. Okay. I bought a different green today. That's more of a watermelon color, because I have more watermelon crafts coming for y'all. So, what does the project look like now? Or look what we're working on right now. Right now, it just looks like this. I don't have a finished picture, but this is the cutout of the week. So the price does include the cost of shipping. It will stand. I have a stand for it. But right now, we're just kind of painting all of the pieces, and then we'll put it together at the very end. Yeah, I'm trying to decide what I want to do, Miss Robbie. I don't know. I can't decide. All right, going in with this New Leaf, we will distress these a little bit. But there's no need to worry. So there's no need to worry about the bird or the center part, because you have a bird piece that's going to be glued on here, and then a piece that's going to be glued right there. All right, let's dry. We'll do one more coat. And I'm trying to decide on the pink for the words. We're going to do pink words. I'm thinking I'm going to do my vintage Victorian, just because I love how that pink looks. All right, a little bit more. There we go. A little bit more here. All right, I'm just going to put those there to dry. I'm going to pick up all this extra paint that I have and put it back in my bottle so we don't waste any. Yes, comment the word Monday. That'll get you the link. It'll give you all the details. This cutout is $12.99, which does include the cost of shipping. And it gives you all the sizing and all that and the link to purchase. But then there's also a link to purchase in the pinned comment below. All right, so I'm going to go in. I'm going to use the color Vintage Victorian for the pink. We will distress and add a little bit of our distress crayon to it. So I'm just going to pick a little bit here. I feel you, Lisa. Oh, that's funny. All right, I'm going to put a piece of tape down to make it a little bit easier to paint. That's hilarious. Did y'all see all the summer stuff that came out last week as well? All the new chalk transfers. There's tons in there that I want to create with. So we're gonna chalk. I'm gonna do some cutouts for transfers. I know y'all love those. For some reason, I got a little bit away from those. I don't know why. So be on the lookout for those to be added to the website. Ooh, and if you like the Peanuts transfers, make sure you're in the VIP group if you might be interested in the Peanuts cutouts. Hi, Susie. So the Peanuts cutouts, I will tell you, will not be added to my website, but you might have a chance to grab some in the VIP group later this week. So make sure you're in there. You can just comment the word Monday and then click on the button that says join my free groups and then go join the VIP group. So let me get this dry. Shannon, did you get my email? All right, that looks good. Hi, Susie. How are you? All right, that looks good. Y'all, we're almost done with all the painting. Then comes the fun part, is kind of gluing and putting it all together and distressing. All right. Throw that away. So in your little kit, you're also going to get a piece that looks like this. These pieces are made to punch this out, right? And glue them. And I also do this so you don't lose them, because if you're like me, if you've watched me long enough, you know I will lose. I responded back to you, Shannon. I don't know if something's going on with my email or what. It seems like people aren't getting my emails when I respond back. But I did respond. So this is just a way to keep all of your pieces in one spot. I'm going to pull out my chalk markers to make it a little bit easier. You could use the painting if you wanted. But I'm going to, let's check this out. So these are going to be the little mirrors. So I'm going to go in with, do I have a silver? I do. I'm going to go in with a silver Posca pen and paint these in silver. I will be thinking about you, Miss Sharon. Hi, Lorna. Dry it. What color bird? I'm thinking a red bird. What color bird do y'all want to see? Red? Yellow? All right, and then these are going to be the tail lights, so we're going to paint those red. Let me test the red. That works. I'm going to go red here. Red. Hi, Lisa. Now, I am going to use camel again. Where did I put it? Where did it go? I'm going to use camel again to do the button so it matches the other brown. Red. Okay, cool. A little bit here. Okay. We said a red bird. I searched to find mine. You searched to find what? Find your what? All right, we're going to go red. And I highly recommend the markers for these little pieces. It's so much easier than trying to pull out the paint. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Leanne. A yellow bird would be cute too. Like a light yellow. Would be really cute. All right. And I do think I'm going to use a little bit of... No, that's not the one I want. Where's that yellow? There's a certain yellow I want. I may just have to stick with this. Yeah. I wanted my... That's not it. No, it is. That is it. I just read it wrong. Did you tell? They're just little mini sponge brushes. They're in my Amazon storefront. I use them all the time for smaller crafts like this. I love them. Dolores, if you comment the word Monday, okay, they're linked in my Amazon storefront. If you comment the word Monday, go check your messenger because my page will send you a message when you comment that word, okay? At the bottom, there is going to be, oh heck, I didn't really think about this one. There is going to be there's going to be 3 buttons. The first button's going to say Cutout website. You can go shop my Cutout website. The second one is going to be join my free groups. And the third one is going to be my Amazon storefront. Click on Amazon storefront. It should take you to Amazon with a bunch of different options. And you'll click on paint markers. And it should be listed in there. But I personally really like, I did. You're the only person that's noticed that or said anything at least. But I sure did. I try to change it up from time to time. So I'm going to go in with the yellow. I do think a paint marker would be so much easier. But sometimes I have a little bit of a hard time with the paint marker, the yellow paint marker that I have. Okay, so we're going to dry it. We're going to do another coat. You're welcome. Yeah, if you just go to my Amazon storefront, most of like the little tools that I have are all listed in there. So like the sponge brushes, the makeup sponges, the glue, sometimes the paint, like this guy's in there to help you clean your transfers. So just take a look around in there. And if you do purchase, that does help me a little bit. I do earn a little bit of a commission off of it. It's not crazy, but it does help me. So I appreciate y'all anytime y'all use my link for that. All right, one more coat. And then let's dry. Now I do have a question. Do y'all have any good show recommendations? Because Thomas and I were talking before my live about trying to find a good show to watch, but we can't find anything new or interesting. So if y'all have a good show recommendation, let me know and we will check it out. We've watched a ton of stuff. All right, so we're done with the painting. Now it's time for the fun part, which is the gluing and putting it all together. And here we go. Now, if you place an order from the live sale and you want to get this added to your order, you can just send me a message and I'd be happy to add it to your order. So there is also that option for you. All right, I'm going to glue this piece down first. Actually, you know what I should do? I should just distress this first. Let's put that down and then I'll distress. So I'm going to distress in brown. We're going to distress in brown. What are your interests? Really anything. We really like whatever. Our interests are kind of all over the place. All right. So I'm going to distress with my Distress Oxide and try not to mess up this piece right here. I'm going to go in and go around the edge. Kind of giving this a little bit of character. And if you haven't tried this, I highly suggest you do. It really does. I fought it for the longest time, but it really does bring your project together. The Champion, Virgin River. Okay. Okay. What's the Champion about? You don't have to tell. We can look into it. No, we have not watched Outlander. We've been watching The Last of Us. We finished The Pit. We watched Your Friends and Neighbors. It Ends With Us. Oh, I feel like I've seen that. We're always looking. All right. So then let's get this piece on there. I am going to distress this just a little. Okay. For Locust, the Great British Bake Off. Ooh. Okay. You are giving me a good list. We were talking about House of Cards. I've seen House of Cards, but he hasn't. But I remember loving it, so I told him I'd watch it again. I don't really remember what happened, so. All right, that's glued on there. Then we're gonna glue this guy. I'm gonna distress the edge. And then we're gonna glue this down. Okay. Then we're going to distress everything with this brown. The Agent. Ooh, the Night Agent. I think we started that. I think we did start that one. All right, just a little bit on top. And then I'm going to put glue on the bottom rack. And you want this to be glued up a little bit. I guess you could make it level. But you want it to create a little, the Lincoln Lawyer. Ooh, I did hear about that one. Hi, Anita. Hi, Dewey. Heartland. I'm loving all these suggestions. Thank y'all so much. All right, so we're going to take this. I'm going to pop out the little tail lights. So your pieces just pop out like this. Okay. We're going to do a little bit of white distressing on the tail lights. Like so. A little bit of glue. Put that down. Do the same thing with this one. See, I was telling Thomas, I've seen really good stuff about Ransom Canyon, but I think it's more like a chick flick or a chick show than maybe something he wants to watch. But you know what? We're kind of at the point where we're beggars, so we can't be choosers, right? It was there. It was about, ooh. All right, so then we're going to pop out the side mirrors and glue these down. What the heck happened there? Hold on. There we go. We got that one and that one. Then let's pull out our little watermelons and just distress the edges on this. This is optional. You don't have to do this step if you don't like the way that it looks. Okay, we're gonna glue this watermelon down. Like so. Ooh, I forgot to do the little beak on the bird. I'm gonna do a yellow beak and a black dot for the eye. Okay. We're gonna punch this guy out. And I'm going to distress in white. Outlander is good. Can't go wrong with the Chosen Matlock. Babe, I'm asking them for recommendations.
Oh, for
a good show. They said Ransom Canyon, Outlander, The Chosen, School Spirit, Outer Banks. Oh, I've never seen that one. Below Zero, Lincoln Lawyer, Virgin River. Yay, that makes me happy that you're doing that. I hope you have the best time, Miss Tammy. All right, little piece right here. We're almost there, my friends. Line that up. I'm gonna leave it alone. All right, let's pull out the letters. We're gonna distress these. And then this is the last little piece that we have to do. So I'm gonna go in with my Abandoned Coral color and a makeup sponge. And we're just gonna do the top parts of these. The Witcher, it is a shelf sitter, so it does have a stand. It will stand at the end. Yes, ma'am. I'm just trying to do all of the pieces, so just give me a second. That way. Okay. I'm actually going to do the tops and the bottoms. So it'll look like that at the end. I don't know if y'all can tell. But I really like the distressing crayons. They're great. And I just got more colors too, which I need to pull those out and show y'all. So I'm just distressing the tops and bottoms in these. We'll glue these down. Babe, it's okay if you make noise.
trying to not make as
I know.
much as possible.
It's okay. Ted Lasso. Ooh, babe, have you watched Ted Lasso?
Yeah, I've watched Ted Lasso. I've seen pretty much all the ones they.
Oh.
That's the problem.
Yeah, you watch way too much TV.
Wow.
I'm joking.
Wow. You're right, though. I do.
All right, a little bit of glue. I'm trying not to over glue. You know what I just realized? I forgot to clean up all the edges, but it's okay. Ooh, y'all, that distressing looks so good. If you haven't tried the crayons, I highly suggest it. To me, it always turns out good with the crayons. Because I feel like sometimes with the Distress Oxide pads, like it can get too much too quick. Whereas with the crayons, you can take it off. And you can, adjust the intensity of it, just by adding a little bit more. Yep, he's here. He's cooking dinner. He's trying not to make a bunch of noise.
Roasted potatoes and pork chops.
Ooh. All right. What do y'all think? Look at that. Doesn't that look so good? All right, then our little watermelons sit in there. Okay. We're almost done, my friends. Popping out my last pieces. We're going to distress these and then glue them together. And then we'll go in with our white paint pen and add a little bit of detail.
Don't forget to hydrate your paste, ladies.
See? There you go. Hydrate your paste. Amazon, Pam. I'm also watching the smuggled drugs. Oh, I know they do, Miss Robbie. I always find that stuff interesting, too. All right. Put that there. Ooh. It's coming together, y'all. A little bit of glue on here. Now you could totally make your button whatever color you want. All right, so we're done with all of the distressing. Okay, so now will it stand with just one of them? Yes. Okay, so you're only going to get one stand, so you won't need two of these stands. I wasn't sure. All right, so here's what we have. We're going to go in with a white paint pen, add a little bit more detail, and then we are going to be done. So, ooh, I forgot the license plate on that. I'll have to find that later. They're called distressing crayons or distress crayons. They're like that ink that I use, but matte lock. All right. We're going to go in and add our details. Yours will come with a license plate. I just realized I forgot to cut that. You're welcome. Anytime. All right, let's see. All right, there's that. I'm not going to do lines on the tires, but if you want that look, you go right ahead. Okay, and then a little bit here. And I think we are done. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, so let me hit it with the dryer. Hi, Marlene. Let me hit this with the dryer, and then I'm going to turn around. I'm going to show y'all. So this is our cutout of the week. It is our Melons little standing truck. It will stand on its own here in just a second. But let me put it in its little stand, and there it is. Oh, no, I didn't even think about that. I did not. And on the bird. I'm gonna do that. And I think I'm just gonna leave the melons the way that they are. You could do green lines. I'm gonna leave it the way that they are. But here's our cutout of the week. It does stand. This is perfect for a little tier tray. Y'all love the spring one we did a couple months ago. So here is a little summer one for you. You could paint your truck whatever color you want. But I thought this one was so fun and very easy to do. An easy beginning craft you can do. I promise. If I can do it, you can do it. So comment the word Monday. This cutout is $12.99, which includes shipping. So you won't have an added shipping cost on there. Yeah, I don't remember where I was going with that. So if you comment the word Monday, you'll get the link and all the information, along with the link to go shop the live sale Sunday from last night. But if you want to just grab the cutout itself, right down there in the pinned comment, where it says comment Monday, open that up and there's a link directly to this on my website. But here it is, y'all. I think it turned out pretty cute. Let's do a giveaway, and then I'm going to hop off for the night. So our word tonight is, let's see. Let's do the name of the paint. Is the word stormy. Babe, give me a number 1 through 10.
7.
7. The 7th person to comment the word stormy will win a blank version of our cutout of the week. Lorna, send me a message. It gets lost in translation here and I lose comments, so send me a message. If you want this added to your lifestyle order, send me a message. And I can certainly do that for you. All right. Victoria was the first one. We're looking for lucky number 7. Victoria, then Kathy, then Linda. Tammy was 4. Lorna was 5. Thank you, Diane. Doreen was 6. Melinda Martinez, you were number 7. Miss Melinda, you have won our blank cutout of the week. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me and chatting with me. I will be on tomorrow. I'm going to show y'all all of the new summer stuff, all the new summer collection, like transfers and all of that, plus the new color of the month, which is an ink this month, and all of that good stuff. Okay, so go shop the lifestyle, go grab your cutout of the week. And again, if you want this added to your lifestyle order from last night, I can totally add it for you. Okay, y'all have a great night, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.